Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So, today is Jim's weekend starting. We have some projects to take care of. If you've been around for a while, you saw the closet pantry makeover redo. I kind of mentioned it in that video that I felt like we needed one more shelf. If you watched the whole video, you saw that I got a shelf from Walmart that is the same length, but only 12 inches deep. And I got brackets off of Amazon, which were 12-inch brackets, but the same, that go with the same system. I feel like it's not being utilized well, so I wanted to get another shelf to kind of make the space use the space a little bit better. So we're gonna take everything out, not everything. We're gonna take most out of most of the shelves, do a little bit of reorganizing. I also bought more bins that I was looking for with the single handles on them. They didn't have any more can bins, which is the other thing that I wanted, but I think that I'm just going to use what I have. I mean, obviously I'm going to use what I have now because I don't have a choice, but I may or may not even try to keep looking for can shelves. I might actually configure, like, in case I never find the can holders again. So we have that shelf to put in, some reorganizing to do with these bins. I have my spices on the floor. Don't mind all the boxes because that's all the whole stuff, and I'll show you that. But I have all my spices down there. Those are like overflow spices. I think I've told you guys this before. I actually have a really great, for me anyway, it's 4-ounce mason jars in the skinny drawer by my stove, and it works really, really well for me. But obviously it only holds 4 ounces of spices at a time. So whenever we go to Amish country, we always load up on spices by the bulk. So that's where I'm gonna keep my extra spices in those red things. They're gonna sit in the top of the closet, away from like how often we don't really use them that often kind of thing. The one thing that also needs to be changed is the hook that we hung from the Dollar Tree. One of the screws, I don't know if I messed up how I screwed it or whatever, but it fell out. We're gonna put longer screws in there. So if you do get that little mini hook with the screws in, maybe you wanna replace your screws. So we're gonna do that so we can hang our brooms properly. I think that's it, right, for the mudroom. We're just gonna do a little arranging, add the extra shelf, and hang the coat hook. I keep wanting to call it a coat hook to hang the broom hook back up, right?
Sounds right. Yeah, sounds right.
We also have another project in there. We already did one, which without showing you, I have a coat rack that goes behind the door, and the coat rack used to, if I'm sitting here and I'm looking at it this way, and the mudroom door opens this way, you know, it's on this wall, and it like, let me just turn you around. Sometimes I explain stuff and it just doesn't make sense. Jimmy, close that door for a second so they can see what I'm talking about, just for a quick second. So I have this coat rack, that coat rack back there. There you go. Thanks, hon. Basically, it was because before we did the mudroom closet, we didn't access that closet very often. So it was protruding towards the closet because it's a rectangular shape. So what we did this morning was we turned it so it would give us more room when we opened the closet door. We also de-winter coated it because it's that time. I feel like hopefully we've had our last real cold frost, so we'll see, but we de-coated it. What we do basically is we, you know, have a coat closet that we don't access often. We just keep winter coats in there and swap them out with summer coats and that stuff. But we pretty much use that coat hook every day. If you're interested, I got that coat hook from Collections ETC. No, that's not where I got it from. I got it from Through the Country Door, but I did get it like 11, 12 years ago. But that's like a good resource to find stuff like that you just normally wouldn't find. I love it because it actually, the way that the hooks swirl, it gives you 3 or 4 places per corner, and it's got 4 corners to hang things, which is really kind of cool. So I'm going to help Jimmy bring stuff over to the table. I'm going to reorganize. I don't know how much I'm going to film. He's going to, while I'm reorganizing, he's going to go put the closet shelf in, but this isn't going to be any different than you saw before, so that's why I'm not going to film him doing that. I'm just going to mostly film the reorganizing, okay? Now, I will tell you, I've only lived with it for about 24 hours now, but I'm madly in love. I will tell you, we already went shopping and put stuff away, and it's so easy to put stuff away. I can't wait until I actually am finished creating the labels. It's just really exciting. So when all of this quarantine, self-isolation, social distancing stuff is over, I'm sure we'll be able to get a little bit more of our regular routine back. So I will show you here that I am trying to put the spices in these two locker bins. Most of the spices are in these like pint, half, well, we used to call them pound, half pound, and quarter pound containers when we lived across the street from a deli. That's how they served their side dishes. Most of them are in that type of container from Amish country. When we visit our family in Ohio, we always go to Amish country. We go to the ashery. If you're ever in the area, definitely pay them a visit because you could save a ton of money by buying all of your bulk spices there. Even vanilla beans, which are usually so expensive, are so much cheaper there. So we do have quite a lot of them. We do like to use, Jim and I used to like to use a lot of variety of stuff when we cook. I know not Mom so much. And then we have a couple that are like dip mixes for like when we have company, we'll make like a fruit dip mix or herb garlic dip mix. So it's just a matter of rearranging them. So you can see I'm trying several different ways, several different configurations to figure out where the spices will fit best. Well, none of this is going to work. But I'm leaving it in the video here to show you guys what you need to do sometimes. He gets on me sometimes because he feels like it's me changing my mind. But no, it's like you don't have a 100% exact plan of what will work. Sometimes you have to try it. Sometimes it is trial and error. Now, we're also taking this opportunity to discard any spices that are old. I mean, we just did this, I don't know, a couple of months ago, I want to say. Did we even do it that long ago? I don't even remember. We did it like a couple of months ago. But we took this opportunity to go through anything that was discarded, anything that smelled stale. We downsized some jars. So we had some really big containers of spices that we downsized to a smaller jar and that kind of stuff. But it still wasn't enough. We took some spices to fill the jars in the drawer. Again, still was not enough. We just didn't have enough space in these two baskets. We did try them. We put them on the top shelf. I don't know if you, when you see, the top shelf actually went in upside down because I felt safer. And as short as I am, you would think it would be easier if I made it the right way. But I felt safer having that lip to catch anything that might fall down or slide forward. I don't know. He's going to mostly get stuff from me off the top shelf anyway. And it's not stuff that I access that often, which is fine. But that's just how I felt better about it. So we did have room with these two red baskets in there. But we ended up taking that, Dollar Tree sells them like almost all the time. They look like a standard laundry basket, but they're miniature. They're rectangle. They sell them in white and blue almost always. And they have like the holes perforated in the side. We had one of those down below with our water bottles in it. Jim likes that fruity water by Nestle Refreshers or Splashers, I think it's called. But what ended up happening was like a perfect thing. These cubies or locker bins hold exactly 9 of those water bottles in there. And we just happened to have exactly 18 water bottles. So I kind of felt like it was kind of a perfect accident, like a happy accident. Like, not to quote Bob Ross, but it was like a happy accident. So I'm doing all this and I'm going to end up undoing it. But that's okay. It's okay. It really is. The other thing that we worked on is all of the cans. So I think I mentioned in the intro that I may or may not look for more can bins when they're available. I think I will, because even in just the 24 hours, I am really enjoying being able to see the cans. Now, the one shelf that I can see into the baskets because I'm vertically challenged is okay, but the other one that I see straight across, even with a label, I won't know how many are in there. So I'm thinking I would like to get more of those can holders. Definitely for the rest of the vegetable shelf and the beans and the fruit. I might, not really sure about the other red bins. I think I like them. I think they'll be good with labels. But the other two, the other two racks that I can kind of see into the bins just by standing in front of the closet. Okay. Now I did have some previously. I previously owned some blue ones. We still have the blue ones, but we do have the red ones. And I kind of like. I really want to make them all red, but I don't want to waste money. So there's some gray bins, there's some red bins, there's a couple of blue bins, and then there's 2 hot pink condiment containers over to the side, but we don't talk about them. They're like the black sheep of the closet organizing. We didn't do anything different to the door, except I had bought a bunch of Jello, sugar-free Jello and sugar-free pudding, and Jimmy, when he was putting stuff away, it didn't have a home yet, so he just stuck anything anywhere, but we ended up finding the perfect size bin for it, put everything in the bin, and then put the bin on one of the shelves. So that worked out okay. But now this is just me trying to configure. Like I mentioned in the intro as well, I was thinking about these cans of dumplings, chicken and dumplings that we got, and the can of chicken to go with them, and I'm like, we don't normally have that. That was something we were like, we're going to try it, and then we didn't really, it wasn't the best, but we're going to save it for this quarantine in case, we need a meal one night. So what I did was I chose to have all of these baskets pulled forward. The shelves are 16 inches. These baskets are probably only 12, 14 inches with the handle. No, less than that. Maybe like 12 inches with the handle, from handle to end. So behind them, I put that extra stuff, the boxes of noodles that I haven't opened yet, and those cans of meat and dumplings and those types of things that you don't use all the time. So what I've done is we had our condiments in the magazine sort of rack things. Next to them were the can baskets. What we're going to do is we're going to put the condiments in the corner, and we're going to put the ready foods in the front. Ready foods being like Chef Boyardee, chili, tuna. Those 3 are like ready foods. We have some things that I think I mentioned last time. I'm not going to bust my butt trying to find and organize things that I don't normally have in my closet. It's sort of like non-perishable things for quarantine. So, go ahead, you want to start? The tuna should go closest to the, not this, that's breakfast. The tuna should go closest to the door, and then I think the chili, and then the chef boyardee. Okay. Oh, what about the peanut butter? Yeah, what about the peanut butter? Does anybody else have a basket of peanut butter and Nutella? No, just me? Okay. Yeah, we have different varieties of peanut butter, some sweetened, some not. The shelf we're creating another shelf. So we will have one shelf that I think is going to be all the cans, soups. That's where you've done that already, right? This is the shelf under it.
Right, this is the shelf with condiments.
Now we have 2 extra empty shelves. Not extra, we have 2 shelves left to organize, right?
Yep.
Okay, one of them is going to be our breakfast foods. Our breakfast foods were next to some of our snacks. We're going to have the breakfast foods, and then we're going to have the snack shelf, and then above it is going to be the stuff that we store that we don't use all the time. So I think that this is the only thing that's going to go on the breakfast shelf that I wasn't anticipating. Do you have room for it? You might have room for it now? Okay. He might have room for it now. But you guys will see the done product, so you'll know. It actually didn't end up working out that way at all. I don't know what my brain was doing. But it's really weird that I created an entire 4-foot shelf, and I only gained enough room for 4 feet. It's so weird. What I forgot to anticipate is I put in 4 new baskets. I put in 4 new baskets with handles. I took what was 1 double stack of ramen and made it into 2 equal stacks. So I ended up filling up the space more than I anticipated. So I do have snacks with the breakfast food. You'll see that in the walkthrough at the end, which is fine. It really is okay. Is there going to be some changes? Yes, like I mentioned before. When the quarantine is over and everything is settled and we're back to our normal routine. Did you see that magic trick? We will be able to put it the way that we can use it on an everyday basis. We won't have so much extra. Okay? So now what I'm doing is we bought this light kit off of Amazon. If you watched the haul yesterday, I didn't realize at this point it didn't work. I broke my own cardinal rule. Every time we do Christmas lights or anything, the cardinal rule is plug it in first before you set it up. I did not do that. We actually had this all set up. Jimmy was getting ready to hang it and realized that it didn't work. So I'd take it all down, take it off the basket, and the whole 9. But all I'm doing is I got a light bulb from him. I put it in the light kit, and then I held the light kit up to the different size baskets from the Dollar Tree. I was asking him, did he want like a longer chandelier? Did he want the short little thing? Did he want it in white or black? And these were all the choices. And he opted out for what we have, and I'll show you at the end. We're just going to use the new, shorter version of the tall garbage can. I'm grateful that they came out in a shorter version. Most people are not grateful that they came out in a shorter version, but now it makes the perfect chandelier length. I feel like the other larger laundry basket, garbage cans were just a little too big for a light cover. But I love the way it is right now, I will tell you. The only thing is I picked the black garbage can because I had the black light fixture, and then I ended up switching to the white light fixture. There you go. That's all you need to know. It's okay. I'm the only one who sees it, and my husband and my mother-in-law, and that's fine. Actually, I guess you guys will see it soon too. Oh well, I guess everybody sees it. But I love the fact that there's light in there now. You can see everything. I knew that when we did the closet, I think I mentioned it in the previous video, that we were going to get a light because we totally need a light in there. I wasn't sure 100% what we were going to do for the light, but I definitely think that this was the least expensive way. This light kit, the white one that we ended up using, was cheaper than the black one. The black one was $8.99. The white one was $7.49. They both have 15-foot cords. They both plug into electrical outlets. They're not hardwired into your house. And they both had rocker switches. They, as cheap as they were, even if I had spent the $9 and the $1 lampshade, I don't know where else I might have found a lamp like this for $10. Now, if there was an IKEA by me, I know IKEA does sell a light kit cheaper, but it does not have a rocker switch. They do sell a light kit with a rocker switch. Oh, they did sell a light kit with a rocker switch, but it was like around $10. So, this definitely was better for me. Plus, IKEA is not around here. Plus, it's not essential, I don't think. I'm not sure if it's even open. I don't know. Maybe there is. If you ever live by an IKEA and it's open, let me know in the comments. But all I did is I took my needle nose plier, and I didn't even snip the wires. The wires just really break easily. So what I did was I counted the middle. I counted the boxes, and I wanted to find the exact middle. And then I ripped the 4 little pieces around there. And then I bent them up. I fed the cord, like the plug part, through the hole. And then when I got to the light fixture, I bent them back down into place. The reason I did that is I didn't secure it any further is because this is the world's lightest garbage can. I think the garbage can is actually lighter than the basket. I swear, I feel like that way. But you really don't need it to be too secure because that basket is so light. So down here we have most of the beverages and some of the snacks, and then there's some Aunt Sue stuff, and then that is baking stuff that's like doubled up. But none of that has really changed much. The only thing that's changed is the bins, because originally I bought those bins to do the spices in, but we better utilize the space down there and switched out for the white basket. So on this shelf we have some ramen, some quick meals sort of stuff. This is the chili, this is the Chef Boyardee. We don't have labels on everything yet because I think I actually want to make like tag labels, but that's another story. There's all of the condiments. We have 6 sort of magazine racks from the Dollar Tree. I like them because I can pull each one of them out and access what's in the back very easily. Then this is all soups, with these 2 being just quick meals. This is tuna, this is peanut butter, and the rest of that is soup. Up here is beans, vegetables, canned vegetables. Do you see how narrow these shelves are? This is why I was able to get another shelf in there, because I can utilize this very, very easily. Very, very easily. Then up here we still have this snack, 1 sugar-free cookies, like sugar-free sweet stuff snack basket, but these are all like breakfast foods all along there, including the oatmeal. And then up there, that's the new shelf. So you can see it is kind of different. In the corner we have the white rectangular kind of laundry basket from the Dollar Tree that has all the spices in it, plus this one in the front. Those are the ones that I can utilize more often, like garlic powder and stuff that I use and I refill more often. Then we have unopened snacks and Jimmy's sweet snacks. These are sweet snacks with sugar. These are sweet snacks without, just to clarify. Those are gluten-free snack, like, you know, I just have it all separated like that. Those are keto-friendly snacks. And there, forgive the brightness, is my cute little chandelier lamp basket. We wired it. It has a wire, so Jimmy put a hook there, a hook up there, and then we use some wire clamps. I used some double sticky tape to just hold it to this faceplate so we can just go on and off. And there's the Dyson. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So let me show you what's going on today. Excuse the washer and dryer. So if you've been here, you know this used to be a closet in the mudroom. It has now become my pantry. I want to show you a quick scan of everything real quick, and then we're gonna go sit down away from the wash machine talk.